So,
and and even people who don't watch anime, is that they fucking think that anime characters are white. No, they're Japanese.
yes, they are Japanese.
Yeah.
The light
And they
is
assume every anime character is white.
It's Japanese, really.
Yeah, they're just Japanese people. It's not white people.
Exactly.
That and the dark-skinned girls that they have in there.
Yeah.
They assume that it's black girls. They're not black girls. They just have a tan. They just have tan skin.
Yeah. Or spray tan,
So, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that's at that point that's like saying if you tan your skin, you're automatically a black person now. Yeah, no.
Yeah, somehow or another.
Yeah.
According to that one guy that was saying he was black, dude is white as me. He just said he took some pill and it made him fancy like that or something like that.
Speaking of which, my aunt's ex-husband, he's 100% full black, and he's whiter than a white man. The only way you can tell that he's black is from his afro. If he puts on a cap, he looks like a normal white person.
Huh. I never heard that.
And he's 100% black. He does no white in him. All of his brothers and sisters are actually full black, like the darkest color. And then this man is just the whitest motherfucker you ever seen. Like,
That's crazy.
if you didn't see his afro, you'd be like, look at this white man. It's like, who you calling white? I was like, oh, my bad.
Okay,
So
Arthur, get up.
Yeah.
What is good, everybody? It is Dylan Walker here, and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. We are in part 9. We're on another John Marston quest, and we're going to do more gang missions. So let's see what Mr. Marston has, and I have a guest with me. If you want to say something, you can. If you don't want to, it's all good.
Oh, don't worry about it. Say, I enjoy watching.
Copy that.
Lots of people just come in to watch it. I say, yeah, I enjoy doing missions for John Marston. He's got some pretty interesting missions.
Oh, yeah.
I say, usually what I like to do in my spare time when I do that stuff is I usually go around and try and draw everything you can as Arthur Morgan. Because once you get the John, the drawings are terrible.
Come along.
Have you ever done that before? Don't just go around and doing the drawings.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have.
I say, yeah, I bought that Ultimate Edition book and it cost me like $100 and it like told me everything, where everything is at and how to do everything and stuff. And it was pretty cool. Best investment of my life.
Oh yeah?
Exactly.
What do you mean by that?
Yes.
Now I'm a workhorse.
I say, you ever find that vampire?
What vampire?
You don't know that there's a vampire in Red Dead?
I know there's that top hat guy that's sort of like the devil.
Oh yeah, that's something else. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. What it is that you talk about the dude in the cave?
I think so.
Yeah. What it is he's possessed by the devil.
Yeah, that top hat guy that you see in the first one that tells you about John and everything and what happens to him.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's something else, but yeah. I remember that one. Boy, that was creepy. But ended up at started linking the story. I don't remember how. I looked it up, but I don't remember how I linked it. But I remember that it did end up linking to the first story.
It's crazy. Walker Nation, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified my videos and streams come out each and every week as possible. Please help us get to the road 100 subs. We're currently sitting at 89. Please help us get to the road 100. We are 11 away, man. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep going and making things happen for this channel every day.
Smash the like button.
Subscribe and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified all my videos and streams come out each and every week as possible.
How can I help you today?
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I say, yeah, I enjoyed playing the first Red Dead.
I ain't played it.
Oh man, you haven't played it?
I need to though. A lot of people have been recommending it for me.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. I mean, yeah, it's understandable because it's lacking in a lot of stuff. Because that was like a long time ago, back in 2010 when it came out. They had an
Right.
actual online mode, and it was so lacking. But for somehow it, to me, it still seems like it's more funny than this Red Dead Online.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Without all the-
serious, like.
Without all the griefers, booters, lag
Oh,
switchers,
no.
and all that crap.
Oh no, they did have all that, but the way it's there is more fun ways to do it.
Really?
They had a lot more funner game modes in the first one for PvP.
Really?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Like they had the normal horse racing. That stuff was funny, but what it is they actually had like kart racing. You know, like the little carts.
Yeah,
You're
I like the
racing
wagon
carts
races.
and stuff. And so yeah, you can have like the little tiny little kart races and stuff, and you can ram people, and they just go flying over the cliff and stuff.
Dude, that sounds so
That and the
lit.
gold game online, it was looked like it was actual pure gold, not no just gold coloring on here. It's pretty nice. And you get it, and you got your guns gold automatically when you scored like 1,000 headshot kills or something like that. And there's also special challenges that you can do to get your tomahawk, your fire bottle, and even a stick of dynamite gold. So you're just running around with the pure gold stick of dynamite. It was pretty funny.
Dude.
In the first Red Dead, when you use Deadeye with fire bottle or dynamite, it was pretty goofy. Like if you use Deadeye or Deadeye with fire bottle or dynamite on like flying birds or something, it wouldn't just like go at an arc just to hit it perfectly. It would go straight at him and follow him like a homing missile.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. If you spun around in circles and stuff, it'd just follow you around in circles like a missile. It was pretty funny. The physics for that was goofy.
The ragdoll
You're
physics
just
are
running
crazy.
You're just running fast and stuff, and you're trying to serpentine, and you just have a stick of dynamite just flying through the air, chasing after you.
He's the one taking Jack on fishing trips.
I've never seen
What they,
that.
You ain't.
so yeah, what they had on the first game though is they actually had a glitch that allowed you to fly through the air.
Oh
The
my
flying
god.
glitch. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good one.
This kind of makes
There
me
was
think
an
of the
invincible-
bridge. Makes me think of
Yeah,
that
there
bridge.
wasn't a
You so interested in mud.
there was an invincible glitch on the first one, but it was really easy to get him out of it.
Just do one thing or another. Not be too big.
If you had the DLC for it, it gave you a special rifle called the explosive rifle, and one shot of that turns them in the goo and automatically resets you and kicks you out of it.
Oh my gosh.
No, it ain't.
I don't even know much about that first game, and you're telling me a lot that I don't know anything about.
Me doing here before I turn around.
Well, I mean, you can always still play the story mode, but what I'm talking about is the online, and that's what you'll never be able to play now. That's for sure.
The owner's trying to stamp out
What happened is, if I'm correct, some, like, immediately right after they quit with the servers, someone, I don't know how, ended up hacking and breaking the entire online for that game. So it's completely glitched and trippy and stuff. The way you leveled up online was basically the same in the Call of Duty system because they had like prestiges and stuff. There was no money for you to do or like anything. You got your guns by just leveling up. They automatically unlock them and stuff. Same way with like special characters. That's another thing too. In the first online, you couldn't create your own character. You just had to use characters that were already in the game. Like you could be John Marston, and your buddy could be John Marston, or like someone could be Abigail, and you could be John, and then someone else is like
Jack.
that's another
Older.
thing. Yeah, adult Jack. Yeah. So yeah, you can just run around killing people. My favorite part was this old gang that I used to run with. They've been gone for many years now. So yeah, we would all choose to switch to American soldiers, so we all go around acting like the army and stuff. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, in Mexico they had this fort called El Presidio. You know how we have Fort Mercer in America?
Yep.
They had a fort in Mexico called El Presidio, and that thing had like 12 or 13 cannons on it. Not no rotary cannon like on this game. They were the full-sized cannons that you'd find on like warships. That was pretty awesome. And they actually had a system to where you can broadcast your whole voice across the entire lobby. And so you can just literally talk smack. And then had people coming after us and stuff, and we just hit them with a cannon and blow them up as soon as they come over the horizon. Oh, that was an awesome part right there.
Looks like
Dude.
one of them don't scare too easy.
And so they had like 2 bosses running up on us. It's like, fire at will, and then they're just launching cannonballs, and you just see people go flying and stuff. Oh man, those are the fun days. That's all you could do in the free roam was like run around and kill people, or do gang hideouts and that. Like there was no money system, no hunting or fishing or anything. Like the only way to level up was just by killing random people or players, and that was it for the free mode. That is, they had all these awesome, cool game modes. Like they had like a capture the flag and stuff, and it was pretty cool.
Capture the flag.
And yeah, they had like domination modes, you know, like from Call of Duty.
Mount up, let's go.
They had one mode that was kind of like Hardpoint. It was pretty awesome.
Let's go get the
They got like a hardcore version of it too. Or like you can die quickly. My favorite mode, most favorite mode that they had on there was called Stronghold. It was the hardest mode that you can ever do.
Let's get these things.
It was there's 2 teams of 20 on each team, so it was huge 40-man battles and stuff, constantly fighting and stuff. It was an attack and defend thing. One person had to defend areas, and the other person had to. Have you ever played Star Wars Battlefront?
Never played Star. Except the demo on PC.
Which one? The newer Battlefront or the older Battlefront?
I don't know which one it was.
Did
was
it
a
have
demo.
decent graphics, or did it look?
No, it was pretty decent. No, it was pretty decent.
So yeah, they have the game mode on there called Walker Assault. You have to try and stop the ATTE from the AT from getting too far in. You have to try and defend the points and all that stuff. That's what they had in Red Dead. Is they had an attack and defense situation. The attackers had to try and kill the defenders and capture all their points and make it to their home base to win. They had multiple ones at there's one at Escalera, which was the capital of Mexico on the game. The capital in America was Blackwater. That was the biggest city at the time. Because everything north of that river, you know that river that goes right there above Blackwater, none of that existed. The top of the map was the river where Blackwater was, and then all the way down.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that entire the entire area from like Strawberry all the way over to Saint Denis and up, none of that existed in the first game. It was just the desert on the first game, and then they had the map was about the same size because instead of having all that up there, we had the entire map of Mexico to the south. And so yeah,
Let's go.
that's why a lot of people are complaining and wanting Mexico, because you could actually go and have fun in Mexico on the first game.
That's crazy.
In the story mode, you could go to Mexico too. You had to chase down Javier and Bill Williamson. And say, oh yeah, Well, the main moral of the story is in the first game. You've beaten this Red Dead 2, right?
Yep.
The story mode. And so you know how it shows the FBI agent just looking over his farm and then he just walks away.
Yep.
The first game starts with him coming back and kidnapping John's family, and then they threaten to kill John's family if John doesn't go and hunt down his the gang members they used to call friends.
Yeah,
Bill
the
Williamson,
Pinkertons.
Javier, and it was Pinkertons at that time, but when that guy comes back, Edgar Ross, he's no longer in Pinkerton. He's part of the newly formed FBI. And say, you know how in a story mode in Blackwater, got that little Capitol building, and then they're building 2 buildings, one on the left side of the building and then one on the right side.
Yeah, think so.
The Yeah, the left side is going to be the new huge major bank that ends up getting robbed in the first game, and then the right side is the new headquarters for the newly formed FBI division. FBI was a new thing. FBI was a new thing that they were starting back then that would end up replacing the Pinkertons and bounty hunters and stuff, because then FBI would be, the Federal Bureau of Investigations would be taking over that stuff. Yeah, Edgar Ross, you know, whatever that guy's name is, I can't remember, you know, the main Pinkerton, how he always said that dude follow him. That dude following him was Edgar Ross, and he is basically one of the main enemies in the first game. It's that Edgar Ross is a Pinkerton, and then in the second game he ends up becoming an actual FBI agent working for the government.
Oh wow!
So he actually has the power of the government behind him this time, instead of just a bounty hunter agency.
Right.
So yeah, he has the ability. He, as an FBI agent, he has the ability to command the United States Army and the local law enforcement to do his bidding.
Right.
And so yeah, well, this isn't the spoiler of the story. This is just, you know, the intro of the game. So yeah, he comes back to the house as a new FBI agent, and then he kidnaps your family, Abigail and Jack, and he threatens you that they will kill his family if you don't go and hunt down the people that you used to call friends. And that's the moral of the story, is the entire game. I'll say everyone loved it because it wasn't, you know, your usual hero story. It was just him fighting and doing anything, even becoming a villain just to get his family back. That was the entire moral of the story, him fighting his way to see his family again.
Where have you been? Working.
So yeah, it was a pretty good one.
Crazy.
Just waiting to get some pay.
I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to spoil it for you.
My good friend.
Yeah, it'll be a long time before I ever get my hands on that game.
Well, yeah, the moral of the story is Bill Williamson gets his own gang. And you chase him down to Fort Mercer. That's where his gang is at. And then he escapes, and then he ends up escaping to Mexico. Then you chase him into Mexico, and he end up meeting Javier Escuela. Saying that Javier is there. And then you end up chasing both of them. You end up getting up in the middle of the Mexican Revolution that's happening in Mexico at the time.
Right.
So you're split between working for the Abraham Reyes' rebels or the Mexican army.
Oh shoot! Speaking of the Pinkertons.
Yeah, I remember that. Are you fishing up the lake?
No. No, I ran into Cornwall.
Oh yes, yes. Leviticus Cornwall.
Yep.
It's a goofy name. Leviticus.
You start spinning the yarn.
I say yeah. The ending of it was bullshit, bro. And see, the ending of the first. The ending of the first Red Dead was depressing as hell, man.
Yeah, John gets shot.
Do you know by who?
Dadgum, I think it was Edgar Ross.
Yeah, see, that wasn't the only thing. That man got hit by a full firing squad.
Yeah.
He had sheriffs, marshals, FBI agents, and the entire United States Army shooting at him. You say you go through and you kill Bill Williamson, and you can capture or kill Javier Escuela, and then he ends up making you come back to America because the U.S. Army is busy fighting Dutch. You know how in the second game, Dutch is over there messing with the Native Americans and stuff, and then they lost their family. I mean, they lost their shit and become enemies with the army again. In the first game, Dutch basically messes with their mind, and now he's leading a group of Native Americans that are fighting against the United States Army. And so the moral of the story is you have to work with the United States Army to track down and get Dutch. And they actually use for the first time, they actually use a first truck as a war vehicle. They armor that bitch up and they put a Gatling gun on the back of it. A actual Browning machine gun. It was pretty cool. And so yeah, it was extremely hard and stuff. And then like after that you find out that your family's been released, and then you get to go home, and like a few missions later and stuff, you're just living a good life, and then all of a sudden you see people on the horizon, you look through the binoculars, and it's Edgar Ross and his men raiding the farm. They shoot and kill Uncle first, and then you have to make a break for the barn to get him to escape. And then Abigail and Jack escape on horseback, and John Marston stays to face it. You go in the dead eye, you know, to shoot as many as you can, but it doesn't matter because you still die. And I say, on the first Red Dead, the Mauser pistol, I loved it. Way better than it is on this one. The Mauser pistol on the first Red Dead was a fully automatic. It was a little hand machine gun. You just pulled the trigger and it let loose.
Headshot.
It was pretty. It was a pretty good gun. I loved it in the first one. I say, yeah. Eventually, that's the end of the story. It ends like that, and Abigail's crying, and then turns out a few years passed, and then Abigail died. I don't remember what she died from, but and then you
sadness, maybe. Then John's dead.
Yeah, she died a few years later. 1911, I think, is when he died, and then 1914 is when she died. And then you see the grave, and you look up, and you see Jack Marston. He's all grown up, and that's the end of the story. You can be Jack Marston, but there is an awesome side quest that you can do. You know what the side quest is?
What's that?
You can hunt down and kill Edgar Ross for killing John Marston. I fucking love that one.
There was also where John has supposedly come up out of the grave as a zombie.
That's a completely different game, but that game was pretty awesome too. It's Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. It's a completely different game, but yeah, that one's pretty awesome. It happens different. Like, they're on the farm having fun and stuff, and then all of a sudden, the guy that I mentioned earlier, Abraham Reyes, he ends up disturbing a tomb that was under the province capital of Nuevo Paraíso. That's the name of the Mexican state that you could go to. He ends up winning the war and becoming the next president of Mexico, basically, as the story is on there. And the moral of the story is he finds an ancient Aztec tomb, and he disturbs the remains and steals a mask, and it ends up bringing the dead back to life. And yeah, the entire game, you're just over there trying to fight zombies and stuff, and make your way and trying to find a cure for stuff. And they're talking about that's where racism goes into another story. It goes into a whole new level for that game. It gets super racist for pretty fun. You know that the store clerk in Armadillo, the general store dude. See, yeah, he in the first game and the zombie game, he is extremely racist. He's nothing like he is on this. On this game, they dialed it down because I'm pretty sure they gave too much smack for it. Like, he was racist and sexist to everything. Blacks, natives, Jews, women. He fucking hated everything. He was even saying, like, the Jews killed Lincoln and stuff. That's how crazy he was.
The guy sounds like a nut.
He said, the Jews killed Lincoln. That's why there's a triangle on the money.
Oh my god. sounds like the daggum, what you call it?
Illuminati.
Yes.
Is it, yeah, that man was all kinds of crazy and stuff, like. He was always speaking all kinds of crap, and then it went up to the next step when they did the Undead Nightmare. It was just so hilarious. Man, I just love that. They actually brought him back. He doesn't look the same, but they actually brought the same voice actor who did him, and he's just a little tiny side character. That's the fun part. I was like, apparently they liked him that much, even though they had to dial him down to bring back the original guy that did a side character. No, that shit was pretty goofy. So yeah, you fight through the entire story, fighting off zombies and stuff. It's like it's not even just zombies that you do, dude. You can even like find the mythical Sasquatch. You can find Sasquatches and stuff. So yeah, you can also find the Chupacabra.
That's crazy.
And the 4 Horses of the Apocalypse, plus the mythical unicorn.
Oh crap! What about a Pegasus?
Unfortunately, no. Just the unicorn.
Oh.
It's pretty funny when you ride the unicorn, like rainbows and butterflies come out his butt.
That's crazy.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, they had the 4 Horses of the Apocalypse in there. Pestilence, famine, war, and death. It's pretty awesome. Death instantly killed every zombie it touched. War set every zombie on fire. One of them had, I don't remember if it's pestilence or famine. One of them was basically invincible. And the other one had unlimited stamina.
Crazy.
I don't remember which one was which. And able to get the mythical unicorn, you have to kill the Chupacabra, because the story is the Chupacabra is eating all the unicorns. And boy, it looks goofy and strange. I was like, yeah, you can go up to the mountains and stuff, and you can do a mission for this one person, and you can shoot and kill Sasquatches. And then you find the last Sasquatch, and that person's crying and stuff because there's no more of his kind. Apparently, there's a myth saying around the Sasquatch go around stealing and eating babies and stuff, and no, they only eat berries and stuff. So they ended up getting.
That's bad. That's weird. That they'd say
The Undead Nightmare is actually what brought tomahawks to the game. The first Red Dead didn't even have tomahawks. They introduced it in the Undead Nightmare game, and then they added it and the explosive rifle from that game as DLC weapons to the first game. It's pretty cool. Plus, in the first game, in the online when that game came out, they also added a side zombie mode that you can do with your friends, kind of like Call of Duty like COD Zombies. You know, it's
Black
you
Ops.
to the people that fight off zombies. This is exactly what you can do, but in the West. That's pretty cool. There was an awesome glitch that you can do for that mode, where you can glitch like about 100 zombies into the free roam and stuff, so you can literally kill zombies in free roam. It was pretty funny and cool. Damn, I got all sidetracked and I forgot. I was telling you about the game mode, the Stronghold, and the Stronghold on the online. It was pretty awesome, amazing. It was probably like the hardest thing. Like, it puts all the game modes on here to shame. That's how hard it was. So you had to have perfect teamwork or you got wrecked. Like, it was a constant attack and defend thing. Like, the defenders had to hold all the areas and the attackers had to push up and capture the areas. Fort Mercer was the hardest one there was. Fort Mercer, you had to all the attackers started on horseback, and they had to try and run by and capture the points and stuff. And when they got close enough to Fort Mercer, the people who held the fort, they actually had Gatling guns all around the fort.
Oh my
And
gosh.
as soon as the attackers took over the cliffside, the attackers got cannons. And there was 2 attackers raining down cannon fire on the fort, killing people constantly, while the other people charged in was trying to take over the fort. I say, yeah, I did that one time, and I hopped on a cannon, and I ended up getting like 87 kills. I say, yeah. It was pretty crazy and stuff. It was extremely hard. Like, the hardest thing ever. I say, that game mode was hard. Have you ever been into the mountains
Into my son. You
in Tall Trees on the second game, and you know how there's like that little
Hey, Charles.
pathway, caveway area up in the mountains and Tall Trees?
This can wait.
Yeah, I think so.
And so yeah, that place is another place that they do the stronghold at, and it's literally one way in and out. So like it's literally they can hold down a choke point. That shit was extremely hard to do because it was a literal one-shot choke point. That is also where they fight Dutch Vanderland's head of American gang in the story mode. And so yeah, that one was extremely hard doing that one because it was literally one way in, one way out. And say a few people would usually take the express route. Most people didn't know, but if you did it just right, you could actually come around the backside and glitch it just right to where you can walk on top of the mountain and just snipe them from the top of the mountain, so you can get your boys to push through. Man, that game mode was extremely hard, but it was so fun.
Built a lot of corn walls, man.
Let me
There's a lot.
see.
Pretty much know where we are.
Yeah, there was a lot of game modes and stuff you could do. And there's like close to nothing you could do in the free mode, but it was just so fun regardless, even though you couldn't do anything. Because you and your friends could just mess around and stuff. You couldn't farm, you could not fish, there was no money feature or nothing. There was like literally nothing on there. Except like doing some gang hideouts to level up, and that's it. Like it was pretty boring. It was pretty well, technically, normally it would be considered boring, but somehow it was still extremely fun. Like everyone fucking loved it.
Right.
Like it was crazy. And so yeah, I miss those good old days. I wish I could go back and do that. Let's say that's what I would do. I would literally play that online way more than I would play Red Dead 2 online. That's how fun it is.
I was saying,
Like many years later, and I still wish I could play that over this one.
I think that must be it up
Right.
And they didn't do anything for the online. Like they just made it, and that was it. No updates, no nothing.
to be the best in the
Yeah,
ring,
they literally did nothing to it. And it was extremely fun. This game, they actually tried to do stuff, but they did it too poorly. And they ended up killing off the game with their poorness.
That's crazy.
It's because this game, they actually gave people hope that they'd make it better. On that game, nothing ever happened, or no one's hopes ever got raised. So what they had made them happy because they knew that that's all they got. There's nothing that could ever happen for more. People enjoyed that because they didn't have to be sad that they gave up on them because they never started on that game. On this game, they gave everyone false hope that they would keep adding new stuff and finally make everyone happy and stuff, but no, they never will.
No, they won't. They've been focused too much on GTA.
place looks empty.
And so yeah, that's another reason why lots of people preferred the first Red Dead over this one. Because Rockstar just keeps giving everyone false hope and making everyone depressed. They got everyone in the mood to want more. On that game, there was no wanting more. All there was is all there was, and everyone enjoyed that for that fact.
Right.
They didn't have a false hope that something new would come because what they had is all they could get, and everyone liked it.
Maybe they heard us coming. Be careful.
That's another reason why everyone loved the first online, even though there was like nothing to do.
Yeah.
It was just pretty fun to play with your friends.
There's a lot of people doing roleplay.
Yeah, role playing was so much easier to do on the first Red Dead because you could literally switch to whatever character you wanted in there. And like doesn't matter if it's main character, it could be like side characters or like NPCs or stuff like the Waltons gang and the Baller Twins gang. They were games that came out later that are only in the first game. Like stuff, they're gangs, and like you can switch to like some of their gang members and stuff for the fun of it, and all kinds of stuff. It was pretty cool. And then they also had special mounts that you would not imagine that would be on there. You could ride like a buffalo or a bull on there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, So yeah, there's the bull, there's the buffalo. They even had a white buffalo, and then they had a super bull.
They took off our
Super bull had super long horns.
men last.
And then the very last one for the highest level ones was the zebra donkey.
I don't even speak their
It was a donkey that was zebra color, and it was pretty awesome. You know how when you go off road, your horse slows down a little bit.
Yeah.
On that, the zebra donkey did not slow down and stayed full speed, off road or on road. It was pretty awesome. It was just pretty goofy how they did it.
I don't see nothing. Hoof marks. This way.
So yeah, they did a lot for it when it came out, and then it was just pretty fun. Even though there was like you were really limited on what you could do, it was somehow just still extremely fun to do. Like people were playing it non-stop and stuff, even though there's nothing to do. That tells you how fun it was if no one got bored of it, even though you literally had nothing to do ever. And so yeah, that game was probably the most funnest game I've ever played online. I miss those good old days.
It's crazy, dude. I never played that game.
The story mode, a lot of people, if they would say that story mode is really lacking, well, shit, it's obvious. It's, I think it's like it was, like there was basically a new type of thing that they did. Other than Red Dead Revolver, that shit was like forever ago on PlayStation 2. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption, that was like a whole new thing for them and stuff. And then they improved on that and put those improvements into the new GTA 5 that came out after. They used like the same system, because you know, the same game developers and stuff. And so yeah, that game was lacking in many things, but you wouldn't think that if you didn't play the second one, because that first game, like, it was like the game of the year. Everyone loved it, like the best game ever.
Right.
Because that was like the best at the time.
You reckon he'd be able to slip in and out? Oh well.
So yeah, it was a pretty good game.
Idea. It must be a good one. What is it with you and him?
Watching the stream right now, bud.
He disappeared for a while.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome game.
Right way. Give me a second. They carry on along.
You see, someone's watching your stream.
I said, are you watching the stream?
I'm not. I never really caught your name, so I didn't know where to look at it.
Oh, Dylan Walker Gaming.
We was family, you know?
How exactly do you spell it? 'Cause all they do is
D-Y-L-A-N.
spawn.
Hey, quiet now.
D-Y-L-A or E?
A.
Seems
And-
deserted.
A-N.
Let's take a look.
Yep.
Walker.
Walker Gaming.
Hold it.
89 subs.
That's it.
Got American flags.
I don't know. But you know something? This is a better camp spot than back there. Much easier
Boom.
to defend.
There you go, I added your, I smashed a like
There he
button.
is.
Heck yeah.
Subscribe.
I think I'll have 90 subs
Set
now.
him free. Let's get out of here.
Let me, yeah, you have 90 subs.
Heck yeah.
You got your knife there?
I usually don't watch YouTube much, so I probably won't end up watching many of your videos, but a sub and like itself is a really big improvement. So yeah, I do nothing all the time, so I'm always playing games, and you know, you don't really get time to watch YouTube when you're always playing games.
That's why I stream and stuff, so people can watch my content every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, so yeah, you would love Red Dead. And if you end up loving it as much as I did, you would wish that you could play back then. Those were the amazing days.
I had a
On that game,
PlayStation
you
2.
could literally.
Hold on.
So on that game, you could literally skin everything, like dogs and horses. And
You can even shoot your horse.
So yeah.
Last one's making a run for it. Take him down.
On that game, horses weren't scared of anything. A grizzly or wolves came after you, your horse didn't care. You can literally run it off the cliff and just die, man. Your horse wouldn't stop you.
That's crazy, dude.
That's them dealt with.
That's it. And your horse wouldn't try to purposely run you into the only tree in the world.
Exactly, unless it's because that's why I say my horse has a squirrel brain.
Okay.
And so yeah, in all cases, the horse mechanics on the first Red Dead were actually way more realistic. Because about 90% of the stuff that they have the horse scared on, and the second one, like, makes no sense. Like, your horse is scared of walking on a tiny pebble that won't even do anything to it. And it's too scared. Like, what in the world? Snakes is an understandable thing, because, you know, lots of horses have died because of snakes.
Oh yeah.
But, like, some of the stuff is just, like, stupid. Like, coyotes or something like that. Like, there's just so much. It was just so stupid.
It was just realism. They were just trying to add realism and stuff.
I say there's nothing real about your horse trying to smash into the tree and kill you and it.
That's true.
Yes, they am. The first game horses, it had some unrealism, because I know for a fact a horse will not just run itself off a cliff for no reason without thinking about it. But the horses on that game had a lot more realism compared to the one on this game.
Right.
I say the horse on the second game is literally scared of everything, even its own breath. Like, how is that even possible? Oh my god, I'm scared of my own breath.
Horse poops
It was
itself.
pretty weird, man.
Horse
Like,
jumps.
so yeah. Yeah, it didn't make any sense, man. It was just weird. So yeah, you can literally skin everything. Then they had legendary animals on the first game too. That's also what inspired the legendary animals on this game. It also had a there was nowhere near as many legendary animals. I think there was only 4 on the first game. A legendary wolf, a legendary boar, and a legendary bear. And this one legendary is one that isn't on the second one. And this one's gonna be mind blowing. A legendary jaguar.
Yeah.
You can hunt an actual jaguar on the first game.
You can actually hunt a lion in this one, I think. I
said no, it's not a real lion. If you actually play the story, it's stupid. It's like some animal that's painted with the lion. It's got like a fake wreath around its neck. It's pretty goofy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then it must have been a panther then.
So yeah, there's a goofy side quest that you can do on there, and it's like a circus and stuff. They got all these animals. It's not a panther, it's a cougar, and they like lied and stuff and called it a lion and stuff is what it is. It's just a cougar.
Huh.
I see. Yeah, they had a dog painted up to look like some kind of animal over there, and then they had like a mule painted with stripes to look like a zebra. It was basically a crappy rip-off to make people think he was real.
Oh my gosh.
See, it was pretty goofy. Because there's no way that they could, back in that day, there wasn't really many successful ways to actually get an animal of that type from Africa all the way to America, and actually be on. I mean, you could in like keeping it in zoos, but to actually be able to keep it and watch over it in a traveling circus, that's like almost impossible. That would be like impossible. Like too much would go wrong. Actually, yeah, as I was talking about, yeah, there's a vampire in the story mode on that game, in Red Dead 2. It's pretty cool.
Okay, where at?
It's in Saint Denis.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
What it is I don't know if you ever noticed, but have you ever like went in Saint Denis and ever seen like those red writing on one of the walls.
Guess it was a pleasure.
It's just anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's 4 or 5 of those, and if you read all 5 of them, it points you in a location for you to check. And when you check it at nighttime, you can go in the back, and you can literally go in the back and see a vampire feasting on someone.
Oh my gosh.
And so yeah, he threatens you to walk away and stuff, but you don't, and then he comes after you to try and suck your blood, and then you shoot him and kill him. You loot him, and you can get a special knife.
Whoa.
And you can also get like cougar fangs and bat wings off of them too.
That's cool.
Put everyone to work.
I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Another one I liked was searching at Meteor. Did you ever see the Meteor?
There's also that UFO near the shack.
There's different ways to do it. You can actually go on top of a mountain and see the UFO, go and beam into the shack, or you can even go into the UFO and look at it right on top. It's pretty cool.
I ain't seen that one before.
Did you see the robot?
Yeah.
You see how it kills the dude?
I didn't get that far.
Is that it? And so yeah, it kills the dude, and you can actually the story ends there, but you can actually follow the robot if you want. You follow him all the way on top of the snowy mountains, and he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there on top of the mountain saying "Papa," and just keeps saying "Papa" nonstop.
That's crazy.
It sounds like you're sad and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. The funniest thing that I like is the dude that invented electric chair, and he ends up getting himself killed because.
Yeah.
I love
Walker
that.
Nation, this looks to be a good stopping point at the moment. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified my videos come out each and every day of the week as possible. We're going to kick it off next with some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please, y'all, keep it too sweet. I laid down a law. I love you, Walker Nation. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys. And I hope y'all enjoyed with the guest. The dude had some cool facts, for sure. You got anything you want to say?
I say, just smash that like button and subscribe. Also, Red Dead 2 is a really amazing game. I just feel sad that Rockstar is letting it die this way. But the story mode is amazing.
Oh yes, it is. Sad Arthur dies.
You're always, if you actually search and look through the game, you're always going to find something new that always amazes you. That's pretty awesome.
Okay, Sadie?
Let's see. The story mode is a masterpiece. That's all I can say about the story mode. It's great.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you here in a few with on Assassin's Creed Odyssey.